What's going on, guys? Happy New Year. It's 2021, and we already know that 2020 was a hot mess for just about everything and every reason possible. But look, 2020 is in the past. We are now in 2021. There's still some chaos and craziness still going, but I think this year, our biggest focus should be, starting at least from this year onward, should be focusing on developing ourselves. Hey, what's good, guys? This is my weekly check-ins for my fat loss transformation series, and this week is week 5. If you're new here or to this series, what these videos essentially are me going over my weekly stats, the data, and sharing my thoughts and experiences throughout my own fat loss transformation, and perhaps hoping that you can gain some value behind it and you utilize whatever information to fit your needs. So, let's begin. My weight average for this week is 191.8 pounds. The weight change from last week, which again, that weight average of 192.8, is now down by 1 pound. Overall, I lost just 1 pound based on this information that has been provided. My target weight that I'm supposed to be hitting is 189.2, so clearly I am off by a couple of pounds. And my new body fat percentage approximation is 17.51. If you look at the data here for my caloric intake, I've had some days are a little higher than usual. Again, this is the type of the moment that I think you guys should all keep in mind, that mistakes happen. All right, erroneous tracking or days that you didn't have the opportunity and time to track, and then you do a backtracking of all the things that you've eaten and perhaps maybe eyeballed something incorrectly. It happens. Mistakes happen. So this is one of those things that I want to emphasize here, that just because you had a small mistake doesn't mean you have to dramatically change everything. Now, if you were competing or doing something for a sport that requires you to reach a certain time frame of weight or body fat percentage, then yeah, things need to be a little tightened up. But at the same time, if you're doing the very best that you can to keep track of what's going on and things slip up, you know what I'm saying, don't panic, don't beat yourself over it. I definitely think at this point you can see that I'm still dropping weight and there is weight fluctuation happening. I mean, I was just 194-ish on the last Sunday, and then here you could see that I dropped down to 190.4, and then the following day a 191.8. So yeah, my weight does fluctuate, and it just so happens that it gets up and then it gets down. But overall, I am losing weight and I'm achieving the desired goal. So what happens now is that I'm going to maintain the caloric expenditure for cardio and hit the same target of calories, which is 1,995 calories. And that's it for my week 5 check-in. Guys, look, let me just recap on something also, just to be a little clear here, that these weekly stats and the information that I provide initially is just so that way it gives you a real life representation of what I do, and at the same time for you to understand that when you utilize this program for yourself, which will be out very soon, this software, at least you have me, my example, my experiences to refer back to when you utilize this software and program that I'll have available in the near future. It'll be a course that teaches you everything you need to know about fat loss. But however, me, with my background and experiences, I also like to focus more on the psychological aspect, the mental side of things, to help you attain your goal more consistently and most certainly efficiently. My motto is just keep it simple and effective. And a lot of people that follow me and know me and have worked with me know that this is very true. So if you have any questions or anything along the lines of what you're seeing here with the stats so far between weeks 1 through 5, and of course, onward, by all means, hit me up in the comment section below. Or again, in the future, we're going to have the members only Facebook group. So you can always ask your questions there as long as you become a member or sign up for one of the courses that we have available. I do know that sometimes looking at numbers or stats can be a little confusing and tricky. I'm always changing it and updating it to make it look a little bit more appealing, user-friendly, and easy. I'm huge about user-friendliness, man. Like, I hate using apps or buying apps that just don't come through with user-friendliness. So it's like, I hate it. I don't want to look at it. So if you're feeling that way, if you're looking at these videos and you're wondering what's all these numbers for, what's this information for, bear with me. I'm working on making it more simple or simplifying it for you. And yeah, that's all I got for that. So with that all being said, let's move forward to the topic of this video. New year, 2021. Man, let me first start off. Like I want you to guys to do this for yourself as well on a daily basis, and that's being grateful. You know, sharing some gratitude on some things that is always overlooked. All right. So it's very easy to say 2020 was a fucking hot mess, right? We craziness, all the shit, so on and so forth. But very few of us take the time to sit back and look at things a little bit more objectively. Yes, I understand 2020 was rough, and a lot of people are still struggling and suffering, unfortunately. But underneath all that chaos and mess, I think there is some possible fruits that's bearing now, right? Seeds that were planted that are starting to bear fruit, I should say. And my point being is that if we focus a little bit more on the things that we're very fortunate to have or that we're grateful for, I think it's going to allow us to see a little bit more opportunity. And I think this is something I want to emphasize here in this portion of the video to all of you. If we're focused so much on the negative, we're only going to see more negative. If we take the time to buckle down and just look a little bit more on the optimistic side of things, I'm not saying be positive or be fake about it. Oh, you know, it's sunny today. That's the best I got for you, Gabe. No, man, I ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, like, yo, slow it down. You can even go as far as saying, oh, I'm alive, I'm breathing. You could start there. You know what I'm saying? Some people do. I know sometimes when I'm just like, yo, I got nothing, I can always slow it down and be like, yo, I'm grateful to even be alive. Why? Why am I grateful to be alive? Well, I got a daughter I could raise. You know what I'm saying? Be there for. I got a wife, a queen that I could be there for and support and just be the other half that she needs or wants. I have the ability to be there for a friend, you know? And then as I expand more, I have the ability to be there for a client. You know what I'm saying? A person who needs the assistance, the coaching, the mentoring, the guidance. I'm alive to be there for that individual. And as you can see, it starts from the very, very bottom of things, right? Being dramatic about it, but then it just narrows down a little bit more and flourishing into something authentic. And it reaches down in here. So that's my point here, guys. 2020, again, we already know, was dark. But hey, 2021 does not have to be that way. You have goals, you have desires, all the things that you want to do in your life. Go for it, man. Stop judging yourself. Stop judging other people. Stop judging the situation, circumstances. Be a little bit more connected with the reality of it. Understand and acknowledge it is what it is. And that you have the power to make a difference. You really do. I've been saying this for the longest time. You know, a lot of people say politics this, you know, it's the government this, blah, you screw me over, or, you know, or black people this, or, you know, chinitos, whatever, man. We're so quick to go, You know what I'm saying? But I think the biggest message here is to stop fucking pointing fingers and look at yourself. Look at what you have to do to better yourself. You don't like what you see? Yo, demonstrate. Be an example. Be a role model. Oh, that's scary. That's a little, yeah, I'm good. Then shut up. You got nothing to contribute. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? This is just the straight truth that I have here. Some people, I know, straight up, right? The government, the president, politics. I don't. That's not what this channel is about. I don't get into that. But let me just say this real quick. We have a lot of people that may say something about any president and not like about them. Any type of leadership. But I assure you, when it's their turn to take up that mantle, to get up on freaking platform and to do what men gotta do, or women, whatever leaders gotta do, that's when it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's my argument. That's my point of view. That's all I'm saying. If you're so quick to put someone down and say, yo, you suck, you stupid, you don't know this, you don't know that, you ugly, yeah, okay, maybe. But how about you get up there and demonstrate? Show us what it's like to be a leader. And again, that's just that side of it, right? The politics side. And I don't want to get into that. Let's talk a little bit more about you, your health, right? You don't like where you're at in life because you're obese, your joints hurt, you got arthritis on your ankles or your knees or on your elbows, your wrists. Okay, what are you doing about it? Oh, all we do is just, oh, it hurts, my back, oh, you're so focused on that. Yo, you're still breathing. You still have the ability to walk, I hope. And if you don't, I'm sorry. But if you do, walk. If you have the ability to freaking lift someone else up, do it. If you have the ability to go lift a dumbbell, do it. If you have the ability to go freaking to a gym, to go cycling, I don't know, man. My point is, instead of focusing on the negative shit, do something about it. And take 2021 as the moment, as the chance, the time and opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? Life, just, you're gonna have ups and downs, man. You're gonna have ups and downs. 2020, ooh, down. A lot of it not in your control, and that pisses you off, doesn't it? Well, guess what? You too have the ability to bring things up. Even though certain things were not in your control, pay attention to the things that you do have in your control and bring that up. That's all I have for this video, guys. This is week 5, my check-in. I shared my stats. I'm making progress. I'm not where exactly I want to be, but you know what? I gotta be patient. This is 2021, and I encourage you, I challenge you to do something great and remarkable. And for me, it's to start off with transforming my body, because in that process, I transform my mind. I appreciate you taking the time and watching it. If you found value behind this video, do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in our next one. But till then, remember, breathe, focus, and be one with the iron.